All right, everyone, welcome back to the garage. Welcome back. It's pretty late at night right now, and not gonna try to make too much noise, but we're gonna have to. We're doing a little bit of a project, and what we're gonna do is, first things first, we're gonna pull everything out of here. But right after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this air trap completely. Starting from right by the transom of the sponsons, right over here, all the way down here, we're going to remove it. And it's actually pretty easy work, just a little tedious. So it won't take up too much time, guys, but we'll start by taking all this stuff apart, all right? So stick around. All right, everyone, so I pulled everything out of her, got the Velcro out, got the foam out, gonna clean her up, and we're gonna start roughing this up inside, but with some sandpaper. So stick around, and we'll get right to it. All right, without further ado, we're gonna rough it up a little bit with some sandpaper, get inside this crevice here, and I'm gonna start off with, I think, this right over here, just to get, it doesn't need much, just needs to get roughed up just a little bit inside the cavity. All right, now we hit the other side, same deal. By the way, I'm using this cheapo Harbor Freight, I don't know what this is, die grinder, I guess. It's not very strong, and this is a 60 grit sandpaper that honestly needs to be changed, so let's do that right now. All right, guys, follow me to the air compressor over here. All right, everyone, so here is the fun part. Clean this up with some alcohol. Drench it. Get it nice and clean. Good. We're going to make easy work of this. Tomorrow morning, a little bit of sanding, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll be done, boys. All right, here we are, guys. So we're going to take a little bit of Cabasil, a little bit of lot. And we're going to start mixing it in and making our putty. I'm going to need a lot of material, so I'm going to mix a good amount. So that we can do pretty much one side at a time. Alright, that should be good. Don't beat this shit up, guys. Don't do what I do. Take a little bit of resin at a time. And we're going to mix it into here and start mixing our putty. I mix it slow at first because this is like dust. It's starting to look like a dough. You know, you need more resin. That's kind of what you want, you see? Super doughy down there. So when I keep mixing it, I'm going to pour in a little more resin, like Jello pudding. See that consistency? Now it's starting to get a little soupier. This should be good right here, boys. Give it a good mix. Yeah. See that? There you go. There's your pudding. So you want it to look like. So you want to mix this. Usually I mix this for about a minute. Get everything in there. Get everything off the sides. Make sure it's all spread out evenly. Now this is going to get just a little wetter when we add our catalyst. So now when you're ready, you're going to pop in some MEKP. Now there's a formula for this stuff. It's off the top of my head, I don't know, but I have a cheat sheet written down. I'll go with about 6 drops. Maybe that was a little more. It'll kick this stuff pretty quickly, to be honest. That should be good. We're going to apply this very, very quickly. I'm going to start off by just working this slowly inside. Just kind of getting a nice thin layer. Get yourself a good base coat, you know what I mean? You want to tool it in there, get it nice and deep into here. Now there's all kinds of ways to do this, but I've done this before and this made some easy work out of it, to be honest. Alright guys, now here's the sucky part, because because I have no gloves. I'm just going to tool this with my hand in there. Trust the process, guys. Trust the process. And look at that, guys. We pretty much have nothing left. A good eyeball. Alright. I just kind of wanted to show you guys. We just laid that in. It's still curing. We're going to let that cure till tomorrow, and then we'll hit that other side. Trust the process, like I said. And what we're going to do is, we're outside right now, so we're going to flip this girl over. We're going to give her a few more minutes, probably another 30 minutes to cure a little better. And we're going to hit this right now from the outside with sanding. We're going to sand both of these sides down to where they're flush with the ride pad. And theoretically, once these are down, all we'll have is that flat area on the inside that we filled in. Alright guys, so we're going to use this to take out a lot of the, basically the heavier parts. And we got to be very light with this. This is a very powerful wheel with a 60 grip sandpaper. So we're going to take out the majority with this, and then we're going to sand it with this. And this is also a 60 grit, so we'll just kind of do that after we take out the initial lip. And I'm not going to go all the way to the front so that I don't eat up too much, and we'll just kind of do this by hand over here so we don't mess up the transom. So here we go. Alright guys, 20 minutes in and we're 99% done. We got to true out that transom area right there, and we got to fill this little ding right here. Same on that other side, and I'll just hit this a little more over here, and then we'll deal with this stuff and the back, the little areas of the transom, and we'll take it from there. Alright guys, 30 minutes of sanding and we're pretty much there. If this wasn't the boat that I stretched, we wouldn't have these issues over here, and we'd be clean and for the most part ready to give her a test after we true out these small transoms. You see what I'm talking about? So this is where I stretched the boat, but for the most part everything we filled from the inside. Look how clean that came out. True out those transoms with the file and we're pretty much done, guys. And you see that? Nice and thin, so we didn't add much weight. Same with this side. It's looking good. It's looking good. A little more work and she'll be done. All right, boys, we are pretty much done. I worked the transoms, these corners over here with this small file and pretty much this file right here, and I just slowly worked it to not dig into the transom, you know what I'm saying? And then had a little bit of a low spot right over here, and that's because of some modifications I did to this hull previously. So filled that a little bit right now and just kind of waiting for that to cure a little. I think it's about sandable, and we'll just slap a little bit of filler into there and call it a day. We're going to run this boat hopefully tomorrow if the wind dies down. We're going to let this sit for a little while longer before I'm going to put some of this stuff in it. This is some small hole body putty. It's body filler for some really like small pinholes, and once I sand this down it's going to have like a tiny little area. So instead of mixing resin or anything like that, this is a pre-mixed. You just squeeze it out, lay it down, and it catalyzes right away. Probably about 5 minutes. It's already kind of like you can start working it with a razor blade, kind of like this. Anyways, I'm jabbering. So with that said, guys, next time we see this boat, we're going to give her a test and see how she runs without the air trap. We're going to remove this air dam actually right away and run her with no air dam and no air trap. All right, guys, so yeah, that was pretty easy. Remember, we didn't do much. We kind of just sanded the inside a little bit just to rough it up. We mixed our structural putty, put it in there, tooled it in nicely so it's not all janky inside, and waited for it to cure. And all we did was sand the boat from the outside, take that lip, which was the air trap, take that out, and the more we sanded, we had material inside to sand away basically at. So we didn't have to there's other ways to do it, but I thought this was the easiest route to go about it, because then when you start sanding, you just bring it down to 0 over here, and you bring it down to 0 over here, and boom, now your air trap is gone, and you don't have to do much work from the outside. So that's it, boys. I'll start putting her back together, and we'll throw her in the water and see how she runs.